Welcome, everyone, to our Fireside chat. My name is Sam Huffman, and I am the social media manager here at the ECU STEPP Program, and I'm joined by our wonderful transition specialist, Ashley Cooper. Thank you to everyone who has joined us tonight. Before we get started, I just want to recap of what we'll kind of be covering tonight. We'll be covering, of course, the ECU STEPP Program application, which is now open. So we encourage you to apply today. We'll also be covering ECU's campus safety, which is such an important part of making sure that you feel safe and know that you are safe here at ECU. And since this is a fireside chat, you'll be able to ask your questions at any time. So if you have questions about STEPP or ECU, drop it in the comments. We are happy to answer them live. We will pause what we're covering. So don't feel like you need to wait for a certain point. Just drop them in the comments. Otherwise, Ash, I'll let you introduce yourself and we'll go ahead and get started.
All right. So I am Ashley Cooper. I am the transition specialist for the STEPP program. I'm so excited to be with you all tonight and answer any questions that you may have about the STEPP program or ECU. All right. So the STEPP program, we have a 3-person team staff. So we have Mr. Adam Denny. He's our director of the STEPP program. He is in charge of the overall vision of the program and leadership. He provides us with guidance and direction to the students and the staff. He oversees our research overlay. He collaborates with university partners and networks, and he also establishes connections in terms of making sure we are still developing new programming for the STEPP program and sustaining the STEPP program. And then myself, as a transition specialist, I support the incoming cohort of students at STEPP. So I provide them with a year-long transition curriculum to help them get acclimated to their matriculation into the university. So thinking about those differences between high school and college. I'm also in charge of the application process. So any prospective students out there, if you have any trouble with the application or have any questions overall about the STEPP program, I'm the person to connect with in terms of recruitment and also facilitating anything in regards to incoming students for the STEPP program. So I encourage any student that has a learning disability to apply to the STEPP program because our applications are now open. And then we have Dr. Dietz. She's our instructional specialist for the STEPP program. So she supports our daily support of the students that are currently enrolled in the program. She provides them with the academic support through our STEPP program's curriculum, which is called EDUC. So she focuses on equipping students with skills and strategies and resources necessary for them to be successful here at the university, such as time management, organization skills, study skills, learning strategies are a big component of our program. And she also does a really great job of connecting students to campus resources. One other thing that she does, she's also a co-advisor to all of the students in the STEPP program. So if you are in the STEPP program, you have 2 advisors. You have Dr. Dietz and then your major advisor. And as a co-advisor, she's supporting those students, thinking about their learning profiles and how they could be successful with their class schedule. So she's thinking about that class schedule in a different mind frame. She also supervises our study hall and she trains our program's tutors as well. So on the next slide, we're going to talk about what's STEPP. And so STEPP stands for Supporting Transition and Education Through Planning and Partnership. The STEP program itself provides access and comprehensive academic support for students here at East Carolina University. To be involved in the STEP program or to meet eligibility requirements, you must have a documented specific learning disability, such as a reading disorder, dyslexia, a disorder of written expression, dysgraphia, a math disorder, dyscalculia. And then we are also thinking about disability support services here at the university. So any student that's applying to our program must have a psychoeducational evaluation and meet the criteria of disability support services. So the STEP program does not provide accommodations to students. That happens through the Office of Disability Supports. And so we provide that academic support for students that are thinking about the STEP program. So we're going to take a look at a video about STEP.
Hey!
Guess what?
ECU STEP Program application
Is now open.
Love like this before.
So what are you doing? Click the link to apply today.
Love like this before.
All right, so the STEP program's applications are now open. So high school juniors, because students apply early to the STEP program. So you apply during your junior year of high school, because during your senior year, I promote the transition curriculum to assist those students with that matriculation in. So you have 49 days until the applications closes. And yes, apply now. The application will close on May 15th. So you should think about preparing to apply. What should you do, right? You're graduating by 2025. So we will be able to support you with that high school transition support. You're going to make sure you have a current psychoeducational evaluation. We typically like to see a comprehensive evaluation within the past 3 years, and it must meet the criteria of disability support services. And that information can be found on our website. And also, we're thinking about you have to challenge yourself a little bit. So you have to meet the minimum course requirements of the university. And you're like, what does that mean? So ECU admissions has required high school courses that each student must take, and you have to meet those required high school courses and also have that documented learning disability diagnosis. And then also thinking about teacher recommendations. So you are a junior applying to STEP. Most teachers are not used to writing recommendations for juniors. So make sure you're on your teacher's radar, including making sure you're reaching out to all those teachers if you are thinking about applying. And then we also encourage students to review our essay prompts. Because for the STEP program, not only do you submit your final version of your essay, but you also submit all your drafts. So these are some of the ways you can prepare to apply. And the STEP program accepts 10 students per fall semester, and students apply directly to the STEP program. So we have a separate application process that happens before the regular admissions process. So those are the steps you need to take to apply now for the STEP program. So let's go to our next slide. You got a question, Sam?
No, don't have a question. I actually just wanted to remind people, because I did see our viewer count going up a little bit, which is always exciting. I just want to remind anyone who's just now joining, welcome to our Fireside Chat. I'm Sam Huffman, joined by our transition specialist, Ashley Cooper. And since this is a Fireside Chat, we're providing a little bit of information about STEP. And then we're also, on this specific Fireside Chat, we'll be covering shortly about ECU campus safety. But I want to remind anyone, if you do have questions, drop them in the comments. Ashley is here to answer them live right here and right now. So again, welcome if you're just now joining. Otherwise, Ashley, I'll let you continue with this slide.
Okay, no problem. And feel free to interrupt me if you have questions, and Sam will interrupt me. So he'll put it on my radar. There's a question out there. So our next topic is visiting ECU and STEP. So we really encourage students to come to campus and visit the STEP program and take a tour of ECU. So what I will say, there is 2 different links that you have to do in order to book that tour. So you will have to book a tour with ECU admissions, and then you will have to book a tour with the STEP program. And if you're having trouble with booking a tour for the STEP program, reach out to me. I will be there to help assist you and get that timeline down for you. So if we're not offering a date that you see, I can make the time so we can make sure that you are given a tour of the STEP program. So currently we have an open house scheduled for April the 12th at 9 a.m. and it's in person. This is one of our last open house events that's in person this year. But so I encourage you to go ahead and book a time on the 12th or reach out to me if you want to schedule a different time to visit the STEP program in person. This 9 a.m. tour gives you the ability to also book an ECU admissions tour either at 10 or 2 p.m. So those options are available for you to book with the ECU admissions if you need to if you want to take a tour of East Carolina University as well. Then we do have some virtual events for open house. So if you're not able to make it to campus, you still can book a STEP virtual visit on March 28th at 3 p.m. and April 3rd at 4 p.m. I will say the March 28th one is the newest one. That's 3 p.m. That's the only one on the calendar I had at 3. And it's because I'm offering an application workshop that day at 4. So I have back-to-back things going on there to support the students with that transition here into the university. So we do hold about one open house event each month, one for in person and one virtually, but we always are here to support a student that's thinking about coming into the STEP program. So if you are thinking about if you're going on spring break soon and we're not offering an open house during your time on spring break, make sure you reach out to me so we can get those on the calendar so you can see all the supports and services that we have here at the STEP program and also get you on track to apply because you have until May 15th to apply to the STEP program. So I always refer to, and everybody gets on me about this, I refer to the STEP program as a combo. So if you're coming into the university, the STEP program, if you're ordering a combo, you get your dinner plate and you get your drink. STEP is the drink in this situation. And East Carolina is your entree. And so the STEP program is only a small part of your matriculation into the university. So we always want to make sure you're also looking at a tour of the university. And so we're going to promote that now with a video about ECU.
I know it's quick, but I just want to highlight, you may catch those real quick glimpses of multiple pictures across campus. There is so many treasures that you can experience as a pirate at ECU. And just like we had a viewer, Dr. Dietz, who's part of our staff here at STEP Visas, the spring campus is beautiful. You may have captured real fast, I'll probably play that video one more time, of just all the different views across campus, it is truly a beautiful campus. There's nothing like experiencing both STEP and ECU in person. So I do encourage anyone to reach out to Ashley, visiting our website. I'll put that back up here real quick. Visiting our website, that's where you can register to visit for our open house in person. And of course, if you can't make it here in person, we all have those 2 virtual options as well. Actually, I'm going to show that video one more time because I know it goes really fast, and then we'll go to the next slide if that's okay.
Okay, no problem.
All right, now I'll let you continue.
Awesome. All right, so here is our highlight tonight. So all the parents out there and you're concerned about your student going off to college, ECU has prepped for the safety here at the university, which is great. We have a couple of different features that we're going to discuss tonight. We're going to talk about the ECU police force. We're going to talk about blue light phones, the ECU alert system, and the Live Safe app that we have at the university that supports students with campus safety. So our next topic is campus safety. But if you have any questions still about the STEP program, feel free to interrupt me so I can answer those as well as we talk about campus safety at the university. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ECU police. All right, so the ECU police force is Their primary location is at the Blunt House, which is directly across from the main campus student center, right across from Jordan Library. So it's really close to the STEP program. So they are responsible for providing safety, campus safety, and community outreach here at the university. So their jurisdiction includes all university property. They're here 24 hours a day, 365 days per year. And we have 55 full-time sworn police officers here, and they are accredited. Their mission is to cultivate safe and learning, create a safe and learning environment for students, and build community outreach and education. They're here to support the university's mission for promoting safety, providing services, and working in collaboration with university departments and the community. So they're here to make sure our learning environment is kept safe on and around campus. So it's a great resource here for the university to make sure all the students feel safe with walking around campus and feeling secure away from home. So this is a great aspect. So we're going to which takes us into our next thing, which is directly connected to the ECU police force. We have blue light phones. So there's a picture of the map of how many phones we have here at the university. So we have approximately 100 emergency blue light phones, and they're strategically placed around campus. So students feel safe walking around campus. They also have the ability to report anything. So anything they find suspicious, or any crimes that they may think are in progress, they are able to report those things so that the ECU police handles those things on campus. They also are there to, if the student feels unsafe or anyway, or if a student needs a walking escort. So if you're on campus really late at night and you don't feel safe walking to your car, you're able to push one of those buttons and get support. It connects you with the ECU police dispatch, and it also makes sure we're increasing the safety on campus at the university. So they simply push this little red button on the blue light phone that connects you with dispatch, and you're able to talk with them. If a student feels unsafe staying with the blue light phone, they can push the button and continue walking to safety, right? And that will alert the ECU police dispatch, and they have cameras around that area, so the student can feel safe getting to wherever they need to be, or if something's going on in that area, they can monitor that and support the student. So it's really great resource on campus. But we still have some more resources on campus. We do have the ECU alert system. So this is a great tool. When we talk about communication, I will say the university is big on communication. So the ECU alert system distributes an emergency notification, and they do it through email, text messaging. They have a whole ECU alert webpage. They have their social media page. They make sure all the ECU managed computers gets the alert. We also have a LiveSafe app that I'm going to talk about later that also pushes that alert out. We also have throughout campus, we have on-campus TV screens, and we also have sirens that go off on campus. And this alert system can be, parents and guardians and family members can also sign up to get these ECU alerts as well. So they can be in the loop and in the know of what's going on at campus. And so it's a great system to make sure if you are a student here at the university, making sure you're registered for it. So you're receiving those alerts and notifications about any campus emergencies, any weather updates, and other incidents that may happen on campus. So it keeps you in the know. So really great resource that's connected into the LiveSafe app. And so we're going to take a moment to talk about the LiveSafe app. All right, so this app is something that students can, and family members and faculty and staff can download. It's available on the App Store. ECU students, faculty, and staff can download it, and they're able to connect with the ECU police force about any issues or concerns or questions they have related to campus safety. It also connects to the ECU alert system, so you're able to access any alerts that are posted there. It also has a new panic alarm feature. So if you are feeling unsafe in any way, you can push that panic alarm, and then alerts and sends your notification without you having to type or say anything about what's going on. You can share information in terms of tips, safety concerns with campus safety via the text messaging system. So you're able to include pictures, video, and audio attachments. So you can upload these things and share any updates in terms of safety. You can stay anonymous, so it's not connected to you in any way. So making sure if you see something, say something, right? So you're able to share that information anonymously. They do have a safety map there to display safety locations, such as the police departments or the fire department. So that's a really great resource as well. And they have that GPS tagging system there. So you're able to let your friends and families keep you covered as well. So you can send them a little location and they can know where you are and feel really comfortable about you being here at the university on your own. And then we have those notifications. It's always going to push out. If we do have any ECU alerts, it'll push out a notification to your phone as well. So it's a really great app. And we have a little short video to talk about that Live Safe app too.
The Live Safe mobile safety app made available by ECU Campus Safety. It provides the community with a direct connection to the ECU Police Department and safety information.
I think that Live Safe app is a great resource for any students, faculty, and staff on campus to use to help feel safe at the university. And I think overall, all of these things are connected, and it helps make the campus a community that we feel safe and involved in. So it's really great features we have here at the university in terms of campus safety. So if you are just joining us, we are talking about campus safety at the moment, but we're still focused on the STEP program. So we will answer any questions that you have about STEP. We're going to slowly transition into some supports that we have here at STEP with the application. But I just want you to know you can interrupt me at any time, and it's okay. No question is big or small. Please interrupt me if you have any questions about the STEP program or our application process. So we do have some application workshops that are upcoming. So for our students that have already started your application, or if you're thinking about starting your application and you realize, oh my gosh, this application is really comprehensive. I'm not sure where do I need to start. If you need any type of assistance, I can be there to help support you with our application process. So we do have some workshops that are upcoming. We have one in March 28th at 4. We have 2 in April on the 17th and the 24th. And you can book and schedule time to come to one of these application workshops at our website. But I know sometimes we have busy schedules, and your schedule may not align with these application workshops dates, right? So if it doesn't, feel free to contact me, and we can schedule out a different time to help support you with the application process. I also will point out, because I did have this question recently in a tour, these application workshops are virtual. But if you are in person and you're able to come and you're like, I'm having trouble with my computer, want to sit down and look at the application process, we can definitely help support you with the application in person as well. We made this a virtual option because we know that students are applying to the STEP program from all over. So that brings up another question I get a lot. Do we accept in-state versus out-of-state? We accept students that are both in-state and out-of-state. So if you're not that close to the STEP program, and you still want to attend East Carolina University and apply to STEP, I would encourage you to apply to the STEP program. We do have students that come from out of state as well. So our next slide talks about some additional resources that we have here at STEP to help promote with the application process. So on our website, we have uploaded an application checklist. In the checklist, we have laid out a one-page checklist that includes all the things that you need to submit to your application. It also includes at the very bottom ways for you to document your return codes. So when a student is applying to the STEP program, we have made it so the application is more accessible and not as comprehensive in the sense of you are filling out 40 pages at one time. So we've broken those things up into different forms, and you're able to save and return. And when you save and return to go back to your application, it gives you a return code so that you're the only unique person that can log into your application. So it's a security factor as well that we put in there to maintain your confidentiality. So the return code allows you to return back into the application. So making sure you're documenting those return codes is essential to your application process.
Ashley, I want to interrupt you real quick for a good question. Are they, prospective students in this case, able to check the status of their application online?
So that's a great question. So in terms of checking your status of your application, all that information is done by hand by me. So when you start your application, I send application updates in real time. Typically, after you finish your applicant profile, within a couple of days, I try to reach out to you with the updated application status. And I send you all of that information through a PDF. I also go in and you send you a survey queue. And the survey queue, once you finish your applicant profile, lets you get back into each part of the forms. So it gives you a direct link to every form that you need to submit. And I also send students a list of their return codes. So if you happen to misplace your return code, I send that information out to you guys so you're able to get back into your application. And if you have any trouble getting back into your application, I'm there as a support as well. So all those things I try to make happen in real time for students to help support them with the process. So that's a great question.
It definitely is. And we actually still have a few more people that we're joining in. We're still on for just several more minutes, but I do want to let you know that if you are just now joining us, please feel free to ask any question about STEP, ECU. I know we covered a little bit about campus safety. We always like to cover something new in each fireside chat, so you still get to be able to understand ECU. And then if you have questions about our admissions process, our services, or maybe you have a question about what do I need to submit with my application? When is the application due? This is a great time for you just to type it in the comments, and Ashley will answer them live right here and now. We also have people that come back and rewatch these fireside chats. We'll have people that come to us and go, hey, I rewatched that fireside chat and I have a question about this. Well, we absolutely love that you have a question right then and there. But if you're not able to get to us right, then when you see us, you can also just leave your question still here, even if this has already aired. That's the magical thing about these live streams. So if you're rewatching this after it's aired, you can still leave your question, and we can actually follow up with you in a private message that's secure and make sure your question is answered. Ashley, do you want me to stay on this slide or continue to the next one?
I'm just going to mention quickly that we also have a guide that's on the website as well, and that's very comprehensive, but it's there to help support you in the process if you're unable to get to me. So say, for instance, you have a question about transcripts, you can go directly to the guide and look up that information about transcripts, especially if you're coming into the application on the weekend. So it's a great support that's out there to help bridge that gap in communication just in time in times where I'm not available. But I typically am, and I typically answer questions in real time, and I try to answer all my emails as well in regards to the applications in a timely manner. So I think on the next slide is all of our contact information. So if you need to reach out to the STEP program, or if you have any questions, feel free to make sure you visit our website and look at our application process, or send us an email if you have any questions, and we can answer those or schedule some time to meet with you. So those are some great resources that we have here at the STEP program. And if we have any questions, we've covered everything we're going to cover tonight in the sense of all of the topics. So I guess I can wrap that up a little bit. We had the application is now open for the 2025 version of STEP. So students apply to STEP during their junior year of high school. So high school juniors, the application is now open for you to apply. And so, oh, great. I hope to see more people on campus soon. And I hope we have some more people out there that are applying to STEP. Or if you have any questions about how to apply to STEP, feel free to reach out so we can make sure we can get more students on campus. So reach out to me, and I'm able to help support you with any of those transitions. So the most important thing tonight is to let students know that the application is open and students apply during the junior year of high school.
That's right. And if you also, we've covered this in past Fireside Chats, but this is your first time joining us in a Fireside Chat, we have this really great tool on our website. If you're not sure of, is it time for me to apply yet? Or, or do I need to wait? Or, hey, maybe right now is the time I need to apply. You can visit our website. We have this handy dandy tool that's really cool that you just plug in or when you graduate from high school, and it'll tell you when it's your time to apply. So if you are a high school junior right now, so you'll be graduating in 2025. Again, if you're a high school junior right now, applications are now open for the ECU STEP program. I have a QR code there right on our screen. If you're using a device, you can scan it. If not, just visit step.ecu.edu. Again, that's step.ecu.edu is our website to go ahead and start the application. Ashley, it closes May 15th, correct?
May 15th, 2024. So we have, what, about 49 more days, I said?
Yes. Yep, it's about 49 more days until it closes. Otherwise, I think we'll probably wrap things up because we've had a great audience I've seen tonight in our viewer stats. So again, thank you to everyone that has watched us tonight. Again, if you are rewatching this maybe later, you can still ask your questions. We'll follow up with you in a private message. Or maybe you have something that's a little more personal question. That's okay. You can reach out to Ashley by emailing her. Her email is right there on the screen, cooperash22@ecu.edu. Again, that's cooperash22@ecu.edu. So you can send her an email through there. But we're here to help you with this application process and ensure your questions are answered. No question is too big or too small. Ashley, do you have anything else that you want to close with?
I guess I will say my catch line is catch me in the cove.
Thank you, Ashley. And thank you to everyone who has joined us for another wonderful Fireside Chat. We'll have a few more of these. Again, each Fireside Chat, we always try to do something different. But in the meantime, I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their evening, and go Pirates.